Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this video and to film this for you guys. I literally came up with this idea today while I was at the pool. I was thinking to myself what video I could film for this week for you guys, and this video just came into my mind. I've never seen a video like this before. I feel like this will be super fun to kind of share with you guys some memories as well as some tips about freshman year of college. If you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Maddie. I go to Liberty University. I'm going to be a sophomore next year. I absolutely love it, but I want to try and make sure that this video is applicable to people going to all different types of colleges. I don't want it to be specifically just Liberty, but I am going to be talking about some things that are specific to Liberty, but in general the college experience is, I would say, similar at all sorts of colleges because you're going into this new place where you are completely alone for the most part and you don't know anybody, and it's all about kind of adapting to your surroundings and making friends and learning and taking classes. So those parts are similar, although Liberty is a Christian school, so there's that faith aspect of it. But yeah, so I wrote down a few topics on my phone to talk about, but I also thought that this video would be super fun if I kind of went through my year one highlight on my Instagram. If you don't follow my Instagram, make sure to do that. It's madi.blainee. But I post a lot about Liberty, a lot about college, and I try to make really fun content. Back to what I was saying about the highlights, I think that this video would be super fun if I kind of walked you guys through my year one highlight and kind of told stories along the way, because my highlight on my Instagram kind of chronicles my freshman year of college. I post a lot on my Instagram stories. I'm literally so sorry if you're one of the ones who has to live through that and watch all of those. It's just so fun for me to document my life, and I love looking back at them. But yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk to you guys about the stories and all the videos, and kind of just talk about freshman year, what to expect, what not to expect, some hurdles you might have to jump over, and experiences you may have. Obviously my experience is not going to be the exact same as your experience, and your experience is not going to be the same as your friends at other colleges or your parents. Everybody's experiences are different, so I'm not going to sit out here and say you're going to meet your best friends at the exact same time that I met my best friends, or you're going to succeed in these classes and not succeed in those classes. I want to try to share my experiences and give tips along the way. So yeah, just take this video with a grain of salt. You're not going to experience all the same things that I did, and you might be grateful for that because I've definitely learned some hard lessons my freshman year. But yeah, I'm really excited for this video. I feel like it's going to be really personal, really fun, and I'm going to shut up and stop with this long intro. But thank you guys for watching, and let's get into the stories and the topics about freshman year. Okay, so obviously we're going to start out with move-in day and welcome week and all of those fun events and activities that are on the first few weeks of school, especially for freshmen. Moving into college is so much fun, kind of stressful, but there's so much fun, and so many people, especially at Liberty, put in so much thought to make sure that y'all feel welcomed and loved. At least I felt that way. So it was crazy. I remember I stayed at a hotel with my family, and so did my roommate. We were at the same hotel or whatever, and it was crazy because we pulled up as we were moving in and pulling up to my dorm. I stayed in Commons 2 my freshman year, so if you're staying in Commons, you're gonna love it. Commons is great for freshmen at Liberty University. It's great. You can meet so many people because it's huge. So it's crazy because my car was pulling up, and then all of these I guess student workers and people on RA or RS or those leadership positions, CGLs maybe, all those people came and swarmed my car and put all of my dorm stuff in these huge bins. I'll insert videos or photos if I have any, but it was literally crazy, and they literally brought all of my dorm stuff up in a matter of 10, maybe even less, 5 minutes. They loaded it all into these bins and went on the elevators and went up to my room and brought all the stuff to my room so my parents didn't have to carry it all up to my room. It was wild. I don't know what the case is for other universities in terms of people helping you move in. I would assume that it's maybe kind of similar. Liberty is also so servant-minded. They try to be really servant-minded in terms of leadership. They try to serve you in any way that they can, and literally it was so helpful. It was crazy. It was that's one of my first and most lasting memories from freshman year, is how eager these people were to help. And shout out my friend Mitch. I met him. He helped move into my room, but he's really nice, and I think he's gonna be a junior this year, but we became friends because he helped me move into my room because he was on leadership. I don't know if he was an RA or an RS or something, or maybe a CGL. Those are all different leadership positions, but it was so crazy having people move you in.
Okay, sweet. There we go. Problem solved. Maddie. Maddie.
More stuff though, you might
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
Make sure that it's like all like goes to your place.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, how funny is this? I'm gonna go park the car.
And basically we were pretty much moved in like a few hours. It took a while. Me and my roommate's family and my family. I don't know what the case is going to be this year for those of y'all who are moving into college. First of all, I also want to say I'm so sorry that this is the situation of the world and the current status, and having to miss out on all those things. I can't even imagine how hard that would be to be either like a senior in college or like a senior in high school this past semester. It just, I can't imagine how hard that must have been. So fingers crossed that things can go back to normal soon and that we take like the proper safety precautions in order to make sure that does happen. It was pretty seamless moving into my dorm. My family was a great help. My roommate's family was a great help. It was awesome. I have a picture of me and my roommate, and we were like pushing curfew on the first night because Liberty has a curfew. It sucks, but it's at midnight, so it's fine. And then the next slide was me and my friends. And then it was just so crazy getting to school and meeting all these people that I had met on Instagram. That's one like crazy thing that I like talk about in so many of my videos, like how I was able to meet so many friends before actually stepping a foot on campus. I never even went to CFA. CFA is what Liberty calls like college for a weekend, and it's like basically the opportunity to come and stay at Liberty for a weekend and kind of like stay in the dorm and like get to know the campus a little bit. But I never came for that, so I never met any friends from that, because I know that's how a lot of people are able to meet friends before college and maybe like find their roommate is to go to CFA. I never went to that, so I went into it knowing like a few people that were older than me and like a few friends on the basketball team, but like nothing crazy. And yeah, I met a lot of my friends on Instagram. That's one of my biggest tips for you guys if you're watching this. I feel like I've met so many people coming to Liberty next year that are like literally so cute and so sweet. So like shout out y'all, you guys are so cute. I like love you guys already. But I feel like your class already in terms of like Liberty freshmen has been like really great about meeting people online. But if you're watching this and you're like going into it feeling a little bit lost, feeling like you haven't met a bunch of people, I would recommend getting in the LU 2024 Facebook page, following the LU 2024 Instagram pages. I know there's like several of those in order to meet people. You can like send in your profile, or like in the Facebook post your profile, post some pictures of yourself, and you can like easily get connected with a ton of people. That's like literally my biggest tip going into freshman year, because my first day of class I didn't have a single class that I didn't have a friend in, and that's because I literally like Snapchatted, texted, like messaged on Instagram, like so many different people that were coming to Liberty. And so like that's literally how I met so many of my friends before college, and definitely recommend that. I know it's not just the case for Liberty. I know a lot of other schools have like those other platforms where you can like meet people, whether it be on Facebook or Instagram. But yeah, huge tip. Like highly recommend doing that, because it will save you a lot of stress, and then all it takes is being like, hey, like we follow each other on Instagram, to like blossom a friendship in real life. But yeah, so that was crazy. I got to meet so many people going into freshman year, like before I even got there, and it was just amazing. I have so many videos of that I'll insert here of me like meeting my friends, and it's just crazy. And then also during welcome week we had like a night of worship, which I don't know what it's gonna be like this year in terms of like welcome week events, but we had a movie night, which I'll insert a video for. And then we also had a worship night on the lawn. It was amazing. The worship at Liberty is phenomenal. You can literally like feel like God, like his presence is so unreal at Liberty. It's amazing. But those are two like huge memories for me during welcome week. Another tip that I want to give you guys in terms of like school and like academics, which is kind of crazy because all I've been talking about is being social. Like, can you tell where my priorities lie? Before classes start, one of my biggest tips would be to walk through your classes. If you like don't know anything about the campus, please DM me, and like by the time we're back at school, and if I can like show you around and be of any assistance, please let me know. I would love to like show you guys around. If any of y'all that are class of 2024 at Liberty are watching this, love to help out. But I would definitely recommend walking through your classes and kind of like seeing where everything is, because most classes are in DeMoss for freshmen at Liberty, and DeMoss is like huge and literally so intimidating. I'm trying to remember, like I think I walked through my classes with Abigail, my roommate, my friend Victoria, and my friend Jack. And I remember like us just being so confused, but the 4th floor of DeMoss is literally so confusing, so I definitely recommend like walking through your classes the day before classes start to make sure that you know where everything is. I will be doing that as well. Like, I have no idea where my classes are for this next semester, but regardless of which college you go to, try to like familiarize yourself with the campus, familiarize yourself with where your classes are so as to avoid any anxiety on the day when classes start. Also, one of the first weeks of classes, I think it's either like the first or second week of classes, I'm not 1000% sure, it's called add drop week, and that's basically the time that you're able to like add classes or drop classes depending on if you realize that you like didn't want to take it at that point in time, or if it doesn't really work in your schedule. And yeah, so that's add drop week. Another thing that I'm confident that every single college freshman, regardless of where you're at, experiences is gen eds, and those are like general education classes. Those are classes that you literally have to take in order to move on to like higher level classes that are more focused towards your major. I know at Liberty, one thing that's super different is that we do have to take like Bible gen ed. So like, I know I had to take like Old Testament, New Testament, religion, just to name a few. And also we took like University 101, which is like about the university, and then we took like inquiry and like research and like those classes that help you get prepared for like your more upper level classes. So those are required. For gen eds, I actually like posted this on my Instagram a little while ago, but I wrote down a whole list of like classes that I recommend taking with specific professors. I would recommend taking EVAN 101 with Wheeler, take INFT, Univ, and Inquiry online, take Psych 101 with Donovan, take Religion with Van Ingen, take English 101 with Tolles, take Global Studies 220 with Harper, and then yeah, those are all the classes that I like mentioned on my Instagram story that one time that I have like specific recommendations. You don't have to take them with those professors. Those are just the ones that I took and really enjoyed with those professors. Another fun topic to talk about, but I don't know if this is gonna come true this year because of COVID. This is like so depressing to think about, like all the things that are gonna change. I was kind of confused going into it. I was like, oh, you can wear like red or navy because like the school's colors are like, I believe they're like red, white, and navy. But so like I had like a bunch of stuff that I could wear that was navy, but basically like everybody wears red. Don't be the person that wears like white or navy because everybody wears red. Game days are like, I think I would consider them a lot more chill than like other schools' game days. Like I feel like other schools, they like dress up and like look super cute. At Liberty, for the most part, I would wear like a Liberty t-shirt and like jean shorts, but there were times that I did like dress up and wear like a red dress or like a red romper, like casual cute outfits. I definitely like am an extra person, so that was something that I did. I don't know what the case is going to be for football this year at Liberty. I'm like hoping that it will be normal or as normal as it can be. My favorite sport to watch is basketball. I love basketball games. I have a few friends on the team and it's so fun to like know them and like cheer for them. Hockey games are also so fun at Liberty. We do like midnight mayhem games, and like basically it's like the game starts at midnight and it's literally so fun because it's like so late, and like me and my friends would always go get like energy drinks before, and it was always like super fun. Another topic that I want to touch on is dorm life, like living in the dorm, having a roommate, all of the things that go into that, like decorating your dorm. I remember being so excited for my freshman year to like make my dorm super cute. I like loved my freshman year dorm. It's obviously going to be different this year because living in a different place, different roommates, like different vibe overall. But yeah, dorm life is so much fun, and hall life and hall community is also so big and like so important at Liberty. One of my biggest regrets is not being more present with the people on my hall and not like really like delving into those friendships and being intentional in those friendships with the people that like I lived near. I definitely wish that I had made more friends on my hall. I really feel like I didn't know most of the girls on my hall and most of the guys as well. I remember going to hall meetings and literally being like, who are these people? Like, it was definitely not the best case scenario for me, and it was my fault because I didn't invest and I didn't spend as much time on my hall or go to hall events. Some of the hall events that happen are obviously formals. Formals are so fun. I think for the majority they're during second semester and it's like super casual. It's just like about like going and having fun. Sometimes it's on campus, sometimes it's off campus. I know one time I went to one and it was like in this really cool like location off campus, and then another time I went to one and it was like in Snowflex, which is like on campus. So formals are super fun. I think every college does like a formal, like in some sense. Formals are so fun. You don't have to go with a date. You literally can just go with your hall, but like people from other floors can ask you to them, and like from other buildings. It's so fun. Really great time. But yeah, and also they have like hall dinners. That's another like hall event that's super common, is like your hall will like have like a group chat and they'll be like, hall dinner tonight at the Rot, which is like our cafeteria, and you'll all go together, sit together. It's a great like time of community and time to meet people. I literally didn't go to one, which is like another huge regret of mine, and next year I definitely want to make it a priority to make friends with the girls on my hall and make friends with my brother dorm, and try to, I don't know, like really be intentional in those friendships, because you never know, like you might not be living on the same place on campus as that person or those people next year. One time, I'll insert a video, we had like a hall cereal party. And it was like so fun. All the girls like brought cereals and we like sat in our hall and like ate it together, and it was at like midnight. It was so fun. Another topic that I want to talk about is food and dining on campus. I know Liberty has like great food. I don't know what the case is for other colleges. Two of my friends go to UNC Chapel Hill and they don't love the food there, but I can safely say that I do love the food at Liberty. I think like for the most part it's great. My only bone to pick with it is that I did gain a little bit of weight my freshman year, but that's like obviously the case with like everybody. Obviously y'all have heard the term like freshman 15. That's also because I wasn't like properly working out and like treating my body how it should have been treated, so I'll get into that later. But for dining at Liberty, there's so many options. Obviously there's the Rot, which is the cafeteria, and then there's like different little like restaurants is probably like the best word that I can describe it. I think that like dining culture at Liberty is going to be a lot different this year because of COVID. I heard that it's like only takeout, so like you'll like order and then you'll have to like bring it wherever you're going, whether that be like to your dorm or like, honestly I have no idea what the seating options are going to be now. But dining is a big thing, and eating healthy is a big thing that I struggled with my freshman year. Dining is amazing, the food is amazing, that's not the issue. The issue is like I was not good about eating healthy my freshman year. I'd always go get ice cream at the Baskin Robbins, I'd always go get donuts at the Dunkin' Donuts, I'd always get Starbucks and like the pastries and everything. I was just not doing my best with treating my body kindly, and like I don't know, does that make sense? Like that's one thing that I want to try to do better next year. But don't worry about having good food on campus, because there is good food on campus, but it's about like choosing the right food for your body type and like trying to eat healthy while also like enjoying yourself and like having a good freshman year. But yeah, there's great food, there's so many options. I'm not gonna go through all of the like dining options, but definitely go on the Liberty website if you want to see like all the options for dining and all of the meal plan options. I had plus swipes. I had like the most inclusive meal plan, which is basically like 10 plus swipes a week, which is like a swipe at one of the restaurants, whether that be Starbucks or Dunkin' or like any of the other restaurants on campus for food and like drink and like all of those places, and then unlimited to the Rot. So like I could go into the Rot like pretty much whenever, except for I don't think you can go like twice in 1 hour, but like I wouldn't do that anyways. So yeah, I had like that meal plan. I would recommend that meal plan. Another topic is the gym, which kind of coincides with food. So Liberty has an amazing gym. I feel like most colleges have like pretty nice gyms. I don't know what the case is going to be in terms of working out once we get back on campus. We might have to work out in masks. That will be crazy. But the Liberty gym is amazing, and I utilized it like a lot more second semester than I did first semester, and I regret that. I regret not like getting into the gym and like enjoying like these facilities that I have like at my fingertips more first semester. I definitely should have, but second semester, one thing that I loved doing with my friends, and it became like a social thing for us. So like if I didn't see these friends during the week, I'd be able to see them at this point, and that would be like going to classes. So Liberty is so cool in the fact that they have like students and also like other people that like work on the campus that are able to teach classes. Like my friend Ellie, who's gonna be a sophomore with me next year, literally like got certified like to teach like Pilates classes. So me and like a bunch of my friends from like all different circles would like meet together and like go to Pilates. I think it was like on Tuesdays or Thursdays, and it was so fun. I am not an athletic girl, but it was a great time. But yeah, if y'all are watching this and you're like super into working out and super athletic, like the gym is gonna be the place for you. It's so fun. It's huge. It's literally massive. And if you're also maybe a person like me and working out's not your thing, like definitely try to make a conscious effort to work out more, because like I said, your body's getting used to it. Like there may be some changes and like you may gain weight, and that's perfectly fine, perfectly normal. This topic is so near and dear to my heart because it was definitely the thing that stressed me out the most about going to college and stressed me out the most about being at Liberty, and it was just genuinely like a huge point of anxiety for me. And I'm gonna be like super brutally honest about this because Instagram does not always show the hard times, and I tried to be super open and honest on my social media, but obviously like I'm not gonna post every single time that I cried my freshman year on my Instagram. But yeah, I really stressed out about making friends my freshman year of college. And if you're watching this and you resonate with that, just know that you're not alone. Every single college student that you encounter probably experienced this at one point or another, and that was the like debilitating stress about like finding your people, finding your friend group. I remember literally like crying to my roommate Abigail, and I was like, I just am so stressed about finding my best friends. And like it was just a whole thing where I was so nervous about that, and like my Instagram doesn't show that. Like on Instagram it looked like I was thriving, and it was the case for so many other people, so I felt like I was alone. So if you're watching this, I just want to encourage you and let you know that like you're going to meet your people at one point or another. The Lord has a beautiful plan for your life. It may not come right when you want it to come, but it will come eventually, and you just have to be steadfast and pray and be like, Lord, please allow these people to be in my life at the time that you want them to be, regardless of if it's the most convenient time for me. Because in my experience, I met some of my best friends my second semester of college, or I became closer with them my second semester of college. So yeah, I just want to encourage you guys with that. But with friends, one of my biggest tips is if you follow somebody on Instagram, go up to them and be like, hey girl, or hey guy. People don't say hey guy. Or be like, hey, like I follow you on Instagram, like let's go get coffee. 9 times out of 10, the person that you see that like you recognize from social media, they recognize you too, and like they probably feel awkward about it at the same time. Make the awkwardness like non-existent by just like being the one that like speaks up and says like, hey, like I think we know each other from social media. I don't know. That's like one thing that I preach all the time on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram. It's just like making awkwardness like non-existent by just like punching it in the face and being like, hey, I'm gonna be the one that like steps out and maybe like makes myself feel stupid, but like at the same time, like YOLO, like whatever. But yeah, I definitely recommend going up to people and be like, hey, I follow you on Instagram if you recognize them. But if not, if you see somebody super cool and you're like, hey, like we should be friends, you look super cool, like they're gonna be flattered by it. They're not gonna think it's awkward. It's gonna make their entire week. Like some of my friendships have been like randomly like me going up to them or them coming up to me and being like, hey, like let's be friends. And that's literally the culture at Liberty, because we all like serve the same God and there's that like common foundation. But I would recommend that for like literally if you're watching this and you're going to any college, like just go up to people and introduce yourself. The Lord has a plan, and not everything is going to happen according to your standards, according to your timing. Like 2 of my roommates that I'm living with this year, Maddie and Liz, I met them first semester. I met them through Instagram, which is again another testament to like trying to reach out to people on Instagram or on social media. I definitely recommend that, as I said earlier. But I didn't become super close with them until second semester, and now they're like literally 2 of my best friends and we're living together. One thing that I talk about a lot, and I think it's super important to note, is like you might not have your perfect, super cute, like super tight-knit guy group or like girl gang or anything like your first week of your freshman year. That might not even be the case for you. One thing that I like tell people all the time is like a lot of my friends don't even know each other or like aren't close at all. Like I would consider myself like a floater, not in a bad way, but I just like kind of drift from friend group to friend group and like hang out with different people at different times. And that's just the way that I've realized that I thrive, off of like just hanging out with different people and investing in different people and enjoying that, and like letting that part of my personality just letting myself be okay with that, because I was definitely really stressed out about like having this perfect college friend group. And that's the case for some people, and if that's the case for you, and if that's the case for any of y'all watching this, just know that like that's so awesome. I'm so happy for you, but like it doesn't always have to be the case, and it might not be the case for you at the same time. So yeah, like all your friends don't have to be friends. You don't have to have this perfect like Instagrammable friend group. Like it's perfectly fine if like some of your friends aren't friends, or if some of your friends are friends. Like, you just have to invest in the right people at the right times, and that will just come to you naturally. And that's just something that you learn about through prayer and through like praying to the Lord about it and being like, Lord, like guide my steps, like send me towards the right people, send the right people towards me. I'm gonna end this tangent by saying, just know you're not alone. You are being prayed for by me. If you're coming to Liberty, if you're going anywhere, like, please DM me any prayer requests, anything that's on your heart, and I will try to pray for you. But yeah, the Lord has your life perfectly in his hands. Like, he's literally holding you in your entire situation, in your entire freshman year in his hands. Or if you're watching this video and you're not a freshman, like, the Lord has you in his hands, and that's a super special thing, and he will never drop you or leave you or forsake you. And your freshman year is going to be full of twists and turns, but everything is going to be directed by him, and I think that's super beautiful. So definitely try to remember that through the anxiety and through the stress. Okay, I feel like I've rambled on for a significant amount of time. If you guys want me to do like a part 2 of this video in any way, or like have any specific questions, please leave them down below. I am like more than happy to answer any questions. If you guys are going to Liberty and if you're class of 2024, please comment down below, because I want to like meet you guys and talk to you guys. I'm so excited to meet y'all. Like, it's gonna be the best year ever. Fingers crossed that things can be as normal as possible in this crazy climate that we're in right now. But I'm praying for you guys. Jesus loves you. I love you. I'm so glad that you stumbled upon this video, regardless of if you're gonna be joining me at Liberty or not. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to comment any video suggestions down below. Turn my post notifications on if y'all want to get a cute little notification every time I post a new video. Make sure to follow me on my socials. They're always listed in the description box down below. And I will see you guys very soon with another new video. Bye guys!